Tonight we had shrimp Alfredo. Starting off with my pasta, I have some semolina and 00 flour that I'm just going to go ahead and weigh out and then put those in a bowl with a pinch of salt and mix that together, dumped it on the counter, and then used the bowl to make a well. Then I added in my eggs, whisked those together with a fork, and slowly started incorporating that flour. Then I switched over to the bench cutter. Then I went ahead and started kneading it by hand. And my wrists were bothering me this day, so I actually ended up throwing this into the stand mixer for a few minutes. And then once it was done, I took it out and kneaded it by hand just till it was in a smooth ball, wrapped it up with plastic wrap, and let it sit in the fridge. Then I got my shrimp into the sink with some water to thaw while I go ahead and prep my produce. I have garlic, an onion, some parsley, basil, and then for the sauce, I have butter, heavy cream, and Parmesan cheese. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut my pasta into smaller pieces, and then I'm going to run it through and smooth it out until it's the thickness that I want. And then I switch over to the cutter and cut them into all of my noodle shapes. And here is everything laid out on a baking sheet. Then I went ahead and used my chopper to cut up the garlic and the onion and then the basil and parsley. Then I went ahead and grated all of my Parmesan cheese so that that would already be ready to go. And then I seasoned my shrimp with everything you see on the screen here. And I just mixed that up until it was all nice and coated. And I got a hot skillet with some oil, and then I slowly started sauteing my shrimp in a few batches just to try to get some color on them. And then once those were done, I went ahead and got a pot of water for my pasta. Then into that same pan, I added some butter and then melted that and added in the onions and garlic together. And I just sauteed that for a few minutes. Then I went ahead and added in my heavy cream. Then I'm just going to make sure that the heat is low so that it doesn't scorch. Then I'm going to go ahead and season it with everything you see on the screen. And then I'm going to mix that in really well. And once that is fully incorporated, then I slowly start adding in my Parmesan cheese a little at a time until it's fully mixed in and melted really well. Then once my pasta water is boiling, I added a little salt to it. And then I came back to the sauce and added in my parsley and basil, stirred that in, and then I just turned it off and let it set while I boiled my pasta. Once those are floating to the top, after a few minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and drain them, add the sauce, and then serve it up. And there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you try it, let me know.